Hello you guys, what's up? This is Anjali here on my channel, and today we're going to talk about something very important in the fashion and modeling industry. This is the topic of compromise, the topic that our parents, you and me, have been very unsure of when it comes to modeling. So what does compromise mean? I'm sure that you guys know it's what you see in movies like, Fashion and Dirty Picture, and I forget the other one with Kareena Kapoor. Anyway, there's a lot of movies about, tricks in the fashion industry and people who try to get stuff from you and, promise you a lot but ask for something in return. And that's what compromise is called. I don't even want to say the word, but it's basically people asking for sexual favors in return for work. And they're going to corner you so well and make it sound so appealing that you don't know how to say no. So these people typically target young and new models, and you find it everywhere. Even as an experienced model, you find it. I had something happen to me today along those lines. Like, somebody asked me something and I immediately reported them, and I just outed them on my Instagram, because this is not the kind of people we want in our industry, and this is not what the fashion industry is. So to you guys watching this video, I just want to let you know that the fashion industry has nothing to do with compromise, okay? If somebody is asking you for sexual favors or anything of that sort of thing in return for work, you should report them. Because honestly, guys and girls watching this, the film industry and the fashion industry are very professional fields. They are just like office jobs nowadays. We go, we work, and because of your work or because of your acting or because of your performance, you have the possibility to be paid very highly, but only in return for your performance, your posing, your modeling, your walking the ramp, your acting, will you get paid highly or normally, whatever your talent requires. But you're never going to get huge amounts of money for anything else, and that is not fashion, that is not modeling. And if somebody's asking you something like that, they should be reported, and that is not the fashion industry, okay? So I remember when I watched the movie Fashion, I thought it was very overdone because there was a lot of compromise and things that were not right going on. And I just want to let you guys and girls know that the industry nowadays is very nice, a good place to work. It's very competitive, yes, but it's a lovely environment where you meet a lot of artistic people, and you get to just express yourself, and it's a great industry. But what makes it really annoying and sometimes shady is, when these creeps come in and they see a lot of gorgeous girls or guys, because this happens to guys too, and they decide, okay, let me see if I can fake it and I can act like somebody important and I can try to get something from this newcomer, because they love to target newcomers, because newcomers think, acha, this is what the industry must be like. If this person's asking me this must be what happens. So I just want to let you guys know that is not the industry. So let me tell you a funny story. This just happened to me today, and this guy is regretting everything that he said because everyone is laughing on him, cursing him. I mean, he's all over my social media. Okay, so back to my story. This morning it happened and I was so upset. At the same time I was laughing. At the same time I sent it to my friends. And you ladies watching this, your screenshot button is your best friend when it comes to Mumbai, because all sorts of weird DMs and stuff you'll get on your Insta, on your email. And if you think that you should, and if something really shady, somebody's typing something really shady to you, screenshot it, because in your future you never know if you might need it, if there'll be a legal battle or a case, or you have to file an FIR, or you just want to show it to your family. So screenshot is your savior. So what happened today, actually happened yesterday. So this guy, let's call him Karan because his name is Karan, and just to let you know, his Instagram had 0 followers, like 3 posts, and that's already the shadiest shit out there. Sorry for the bad language. So yesterday, okay, this is what happens. So I work as a freelance model. What that means is that I am my own agent and I take my own phone calls, I arrange my own shoots, and I make my own budgets. So I don't have anybody, going between me and the client. And, I'm the one doing everything. So I have to call up new clients, I have to talk to them, I have to arrange stuff and, find out about the shoot or the movie, etc. So it's very common for me to get good work through Instagram as well. And what happened is this guy called Karan messaged me like quite some time back, and I barely check my message requests. So I checked it and he was like, my name is Karan so-and-so. I'm from Netflix and we are casting for some upcoming Netflix films. It sounds totally legit. So he was like, please mail me your profile on this email address. And it was like Karan@netflix.com, blah, blah, some email like that. So, I was like, yeah, it looks legit, whatever. And, I just sent him my profile and my work links, and that was it. So I texted him, I was like, sent. Now, first of all, always keep your communication with anyone very, very professional. Don't flirt, don't joke. Unless you know them. So I was like, sent. Then this guy starts messaging me around 11 a.m. today. And he's like, see Anjali, we're casting for Jab We Met Part 2. I'm thinking maybe I'll get a side role because in Jab We Met Part 1 was Kareena Kapoor, right? Kareena Kapoor? Yes. Kareena or Karishma? Kareena Kapoor. I know my Bollywood stars, okay? So in Jab We Met Part 1 was Kareena Kapoor, and such a brilliant movie. They're not going to cast a new actor like me in a main role. I already know that. So when he was like, we're casting for Jab We Met Part 2, I was like, sounds nice. But that name made a question mark in my mind. Like, why is he reaching out to me like this? So he was like, we're casting for Jab We Met Part 2, and this is on Instagram message, not even on an email or anything. So I was like, okay. And he was like, you come to the meeting, we'll give you 50 lakhs in advance. And that's like millions for you guys who don't deal in Indian currency. So I was like, that's a big red flag, guys. Let me just finish the story and then I'm gonna give you all the red flags. So this video is all about, I'm gonna tell you guys one by one the things that you should watch out for so that you never fall for this crap, okay? So he was like, we're gonna give you 50 lakhs in advance at the meeting. What meeting? Where is this meeting? Why is a large amount of money just being gifted to me? I've not done anything. I've not given any audition. Neither does he know me, but he has seen my pictures. So, I'm like, okay. And I'm just letting him keep talking. So he keeps talking. And then he's like, you see, I can give you 2 movies straight up. And, I can increase your income by 1.4 or 5 crore. Now that's like a lakh times 10. I'm like, the minute he mentioned big money with no audition, I knew exactly what he's talking about. So the minute he was like, I can increase your income by 1 point something crores. I was like, just thinking in my mind, who said that I needed increased? Who says I don't have this? Who are you to tell me that you can do something and what do you want in return? This is in my mind. I'm like, okay, keep talking. Like, I'm trying to catch him now. I know what he's talking about because I've seen it 100 times. Now I just want him to put in type so I can screenshot it. So I'm like, I started playing dumb. I was like, and then, okay, he was like, I want to increase your income by 1 point something crores. And he was like, but I want something in return. That's literally what he wrote. So bold, no shame. I knew exactly what he's talking, but exactly like what I said, I want to catch him in text and screenshot it. So I'm playing dumb and playing very honest because, if it was a real meeting, people do talk large amounts of money in Mumbai and, sometimes it's legitimate. So I was like, maybe his English is not good. Maybe he's, asking for a cut in return, like 30% of the money. So I told him, so you'll be taking a cut. And that's all that I wrote in one sentence. And then again, he starts typing like long paragraph. He was like, listen, Anjali, I can give you 2 movies without any audition. You can go and sign the contract. And he was like, but I want you in return. I was like, this guy is dead. I was shocked, disgusted, and like, who has the indecency to talk like that? I mean, we are not, commodities, for God's sake. So I just wrote 2 words, not interested, full stop. And I put that emoji like this, like, leave me alone. And he literally had the guts to write, no problem. I'm like, no problem, it's a big problem. You have created a big problem. And I just screenshotted everything. And I took off his name and picture just to be, for that some amount of politeness in me. Maybe he's somebody really famous and I shouldn't be putting his name on my Instagram story. And I put the whole conversation on my story, especially the part at the end, which was like, I want you in return. And guys, I have 42,000 followers. All of them saw it. People were very upset. Everyone was pissed. Like, who is this guy? They were cursing him. They were laughing at him. And this guy also came onto my story and he saw that I had exposed him. Now, before he had a chance to start cursing me or threatening me, these people do all kinds of stuff. I just blocked all his accounts. And I was just so like, yuck. Let me take a salt water bath or holy water bath. This was so disgusting. So yeah, I've been modeling now for 6 years. So I know how to deal with stuff like this. I'm not scared, I'm not upset, I'm not angry. Well, I was angry, but it's not like I made a big drama or something. But it's very important to call these people out and don't entertain them. So I know a girl, and by the way, they always use big names, like big production houses. So these guys literally have a technique. First, they're gonna tell you, I'm so-and-so, and they're gonna throw some really big names at you. So he was like, I'm from Netflix and Dharma Productions, which is one of the biggest production houses in Mumbai, which is why I was like, okay, let me send my profile, like whatever. So these guys will take very big names, throw them at you, and then be like, we're gonna give you this much money straight off. We're gonna make you sign. I'm gonna give you movies. They're gonna act like they're doing so much for you. And they're gonna try to scare you with big numbers. Like, they're gonna try to wow you in every possible way. And maybe you're someone new in town, maybe you need help, maybe your family needs help. These tactics really work. So, be very, very careful, because they will first take big names, then they're gonna take a lot of money and just pretend like they're gonna give it to you. And they'll be like, 2 movies is yours, fame is yours, I'm gonna make you famous, you'll be on all the billboards. They'll say stuff like that, and then they'll be like, but I want something. I mean, go to the store and buy a cookie, if you want something. Why are you coming to me? I just like slap them. So that's the technique, guys. They're gonna take big names, tell you about a lot of money and how they'll make your career. And then they'll be like, but you have to be with me. When I first came to Mumbai, a similar thing happened, and I was like a very baby model. I was like 21, 22, super innocent, meeting people outside of my home and my college for the first time. So, I didn't know how to react to all of this, but I knew that when somebody's sounding shady, I knew how to figure that out. So there was like this old guy that used to give me auditions. And he used to say, Anjali, I feel so good standing next to you. Anjali, you make me feel so nice. Who says all this kind of stuff, And I was like a very small 21-year-old kid. And he's like an old man with white hair, balding, yuck. So, he'd say stuff like that. And I had a shoot on the set of Sui Daga. I was one of the extra models. And he happened to be the coordinator on the day. And he saw me dressed up in good hair, good makeup, good styling. And he was like just staring at me like this, And I found it very like, why is he looking at me out of everyone? So I just did my work. And he came to me after the shoot and he was like, Anjali, we can sell your face for lakhs. Okay. There they go again, throwing the big money. So he was like, we can sell your face for lakhs. You know, we can do so much. You can be the next star, but you have to learn Hindi. I was like, yes, sir, I know I have to learn Hindi. You know, I'm working on it. He was like, Anjali, stay with me and you'll learn Hindi very quickly. I was very upset, but I was smart enough to know, okay, do your work and stay away from this guy. So I was doing my work. I met an agency. I signed an agency. And the minute that I signed with an agency, I stopped taking this guy's work because every time I did one of his shoots, number one, his budgets weren't good. And he was just hitting on me like all the time. I was like, I can't do this. I don't feel comfortable. He's telling me weird shit that nobody says to, you know, a young girl. And I was like, I'm not doing this. So I stopped talking to him. So yeah, it happens, you know, they just take big names. I know Amitabh Bachchan, this, that. Then they're gonna throw a lot of money. But guys, these people are nobody. Okay, so I just got carried away with my story. I know another girl, okay? So I have so many stories. So I know another girl, she was contacted by Balaji, another very, very big production house. And this guy was using their logo and everything. And you know, he said the same thing, like, I'm gonna give you 2 movies, but I want something from you. That girl literally told him, I know what you're talking about, but I'm not interested. I mean, don't even entertain them. Don't even say, I know what you're talking about, because the minute you give them this much space, they're gonna keep trying to meet you somehow. You know, so the next step in a conversation like this would be they're going to try to meet you in some shady coffee shop, or they're going to tell you, come to this address, it's my office, and you know, you're going to go and it's going to be some apartment. So don't entertain these people. Once you catch them just telling you, I'm going to give you work for free, that is your red light to just run and stop the conversation. So ladies, what am I getting at is that you will never get a big movie without auditioning. You will never get a big movie for free unless maybe you are a star kid, and even the star kids have to audition and work very hard. So there's no such thing like, you know, somebody's just gonna sweep in and save your life and, you know, give you a Miss India crown or a movie for free, and you know, all you have to do is do something. That is not how it works. So if you hear this, just run. Because trust me, you have enough talent to do it on your own, and you know, there's enough for everyone in this industry, and you never have to feel like it's too late, it's too tough, because it is really tough. But you know, there are people who have struggled for 10 years trying to be an actor, trying to get a role, and after 10 years they get their big break, you know, when they're already getting white hair and stuff. So you never can ever say that it's too late for you, and you never have to go to such people, because you know what, honestly, I've heard this from girls, and there are girls who do this kind of stuff, and I do know of people who have done this. I know who have actually gone and met that person who was, you know, threatening them, etc. And what happens is that if you happen to do something what they're asking you, and you know, mostly they are fake, and you won't see any money, you won't see any movie, you won't see any contract, and you'll just realize that this person has fooled you. So the only thing in this industry that is going to work is your raw talent and your hard work, because nobody is going to give you a movie just for some favor. Absolutely nobody. And you know what? Even if they do by 1%, if that happens for you, this industry is so small that, you know, all the film directors talk. Everyone knows each other. So they're gonna start talking like, hey, she did this, yeah, he did that. You know, so it's gonna affect your career. It's just really not worth it. So I'm gonna be dropping this guy's texts on this video because I want you to see the level of what I'm talking about and see the way I reacted to him also. I didn't even react. I asked him the professional questions, and when I realized what he was talking about, I was like, I'm not interested. So yeah, end of my story. This is not the fashion or film industry, but there are a few creeps who will, try to come in, who are maybe working in casting or, trying to work in casting or know somebody in casting, and they get it in their mind like, hey, let me hit on that hot chick who, would never look at me unless I offered her a movie. So just don't take these people seriously. I know of another girl. So when I first moved to Mumbai, I lived in a very, very simple place. And, I lived with a bunch of other beginning models who we were all struggling. We were all just going for auditions and looking for agencies. So I used to go out every day and do auditions, like 5-6 auditions. And, I'd take rickshaw, I'd take train, I'd come back tired. And there was this other girl in my flat, and she wasn't doing that, but she was like, yeah, I'm gonna be a model. So I was like, how are you gonna do it if you're not even auditioning? And one day she came back, and I remember we were staying with this elderly lady who also used to be a model. And this girl showed to us. She was like, look what I did. And she showed to my landlady also. She was like, I did a nude shoot today. And my goodness, she was not wearing one piece of clothing anywhere. I was like, you did this? And ladies, this is another part of compromise. Never do nude shoots or bold shoots, especially when you're a new model. Because these normal, regular, cheap, okay photographers will keep asking you, oh, drop some more of your shirt, oh, pull up some more of your skirt, because they think that their work is going to sell by showing skin. But what you're really doing is making it hard for yourself. Because if you start off on modeling by just taking off your shirt for the camera and posing really, really bold, or showing a lot of skin, people are going to think of you in that way. People are going to talk about you in that way, and you're going to become like that kind of model, who just shows her skin and doesn't care, and it's not classy, it doesn't look nice. So if you guys want to know, the brands like the lingerie and bikini brands who actually do revealing shoots where you're in a bra and underwear, they pay their models in lakhs, like 2 lakhs for 6 looks. And that is the kind of money that people pay for a proper brand shoot where your skin is showed. So never do some random test shoots and take off clothes and be super, super bold, because nothing is going to happen for you from that. And it can be very dangerous because you're going to that person's house. Is it secluded? Is it safe? Is anyone there? So that girl literally did a nude shoot, and we were like, where did you do this shoot? She was like, I did it at his apartment. So literally anything could have happened. I didn't even want to ask. I was like, oh my God. But yeah, we've all faced it. All the models in this industry till today, we get weird messages like this, but you just can't, get upset. You can't overreact, but just hold your ground and be true to yourself and know what you want from this industry, what you want from yourself. You should know who you want to be. Don't let this industry change you. Don't let the current world situation or the economy change you. If in your heart who you want to be, what goals you have, what your parents believe in you, even if nobody believes in you, have that belief in yourself that you have a goal and you don't need to take shortcuts, because there's literally no shortcut. I've been here for 6 years, guys, and the people who are making it are the people who have slogged their butts off, working at the gym, doing auditions, learning new languages. I'm one of them. I'm working really, really hard. And there's just no shortcut. So I just want to tell you guys that. And to any parents that could be watching this, yes, compromise is very scary, but there's literally nothing to fear, because these people have no power, and they literally have no power over you. So just say no, and the conversation is over. They are nobody, and you don't need them, and you're gonna do and have an amazing career without them. So that's all that I wanted to say in this video, guys, and I'm gonna drop this guy's funny conversation because it was so shit. Yeah, so that's it, guys. That's on the topic of compromise, called compro, called casting couch. Just remember these terms and keep them in your head, because when you hear about it, just say no and go the other way. So casting couch is the same thing, getting, work for sexual favors. And when people are telling you, listen, it's a shoot that's compromised, it's a job that's compromised, which means there's some kind of favor or nudity involved or boldness, they'll use the word, oh, it's compro. So what they're saying by compro is they're too, shy and scared to tell you that you have to compromise. So they're like, oh, it's compro. And mostly you won't even know what that is, if you're a new model. So I thought it was some different kind of shoot. When I first came to Mumbai, I was a young model, and someone told me, oh, I have this shoot, but it's compro. So I went and asked my family, I'm like, what is this compro? They're like, Anjali, that's compromise. I was like, why are they cutting off the end of the word? They're just trying to make it sound good so that you're like, okay, and then you get in a bad situation. So in the same boat as, this favors and all that is bold shoots, don't do it. Don't even get into those movie roles, straight off in your career. Don't do these sexual roles and, make out roles and very loose character roles, because that's just not going to be good for your image in the future. I know this video sounds really scary, but when you actually get into the industry, you will start facing all of these kind of auditions and all of these kind of people, and you need to know how to react and what you want. So if I can take this whole video down to 2 sentences, don't do compromise. Say no to these people who are asking you for stuff to boost your career, because nothing will boost your career except your hard work and your talent. And please, guys, avoid, nude, cheap shoots where photographers ask you to show your skin. And also avoid these, cheap, low budget movies where they're going to be asking you for nudity or, making out or, some loose character, because it's just not going to help your image in the future. So yeah, guys, I hope you liked this video, and I certainly love talking to you about such an important topic. And I'm going to be back with a lot more stuff, as I get the time. I'm working very, very hard on my fitness right now and on my Hindi, and I'm doing my auditions every day. So yeah, that's what I'm working on, and things are gonna happen, and everybody has to grow. There's not one moment where you reached and now I'm just famous. Even the famous people have to struggle every day to maintain it. So there's one more thing, guys. If you find that you're feeling stuck and you're a new model and you don't know how to decide what shoot is good, what shoot is not good, who's telling me the truth, who's not telling me the truth, please go for an agency. Because that is what an agency is there for, is to protect especially new models and to help them. Because you literally don't know who to trust when you first come to this town, and everyone will look so good and so kind, till you meet them again. And then you'll be like, what is that? So guys, please get agencies, especially if you're new models. You're gonna feel so at peace, so safe, so helped. Even if it's just 6 months or 1 year, get an agency, find out how the industry works, find out how to talk to your clients, what kind of budgets that you should quote, because this is everything that an agency does for you. So when you're a new model, work with an agency, find out how this industry works, and then when you have that little bit of knowledge or skill, then you can try freelance modeling, which is a whole nother topic. So I'm going to talk to you guys about freelance modeling in another video. That's all I have to say for today, guys. So for those of you who are struggling, please get an agency. Don't worry about anything else, and just work hard, and things are going to go well for you. So lots of love. This is Anjali here, signing out on this video all about compromise in the modeling industry. I hope that it's given a lot of insight to you guys and you learned a lot from it, and this is just my life experience. So thanks for watching and have a great day. Stay healthy and happy, and I'll see you all soon. Bye.